schedule, let's say at schedule, is a philosophy, a mode of usage. Let's start with that. Is a way, a novel way of scheduling your life. Yes, a novel way of scheduling your life. Okay. A philosophy. Using blockchain technology, using blockchains, people can bid for your time. When someone, instead of making fixed appointments in the future, you start living in the now. Whoever you need to interact with right now, you can bid a certain number of coins for their time. Why? Is this fair? Yes, it's fair because their time has value, as does yours. And so, no matter the importance of audience, the importance of meeting and talking with somebody will be correlated with how many coins you offer. Thus, imagine a new world, a different scenario. Imagine you went through life doing what you want to and checking the market of your time. Who wants to interact with you right now? You know, maybe you're a developer or an artist or whatever, and people want to talk to you. They want to propose you projects. They want to be friends, partner up, whatever. And they would like to reach you. Maybe they know you on Twitter or some place, Reddit or whatever, or Insta, Snap. Doesn't matter. Should I add TikTok for completeness? I'm gonna skip the older people app. Kidding, Facebook. But in any case, yes. Where was I? So, you live your life doing what you want to now, which is the time that matters. And you see, there are people who are bidding different amounts. It's a market. It's a market to talk to you for your time. So you're like, okay, let's see. Right now, do I have even, could be 5 minutes, could be 45 seconds. Imagine someone has a tiny mistake in code, or they can't create that NFT. It's something very simple. But they're like, someone's like, would I have to hire someone to advise me for an hour, on some Upwork or something, and then, and like that. Actually, it's probably someone like a developer who knows this stuff. They maybe see it in 10 seconds Oh, you're just missing the dot. That's it. And so the fairest exchange here between such people is the one that is most exact to the duration of the exchange. So what are we exchanging, by the way? There are two sides in this market when they trade. What they're exchanging when they connect, let's say, when they connect, one is bidding and the other says yes. One is bidding for your time right now, and you say yes, I'll take it. Then what happens is you get connected. You're connected from peer to peer over the internet, completely only between yourself, decentralized. Doesn't go through any server. And and they will ask you something, right? They will want to say something to you. So whoever was bidding for you, put the coins down, lock them up in a smart contract, zero credit risk, and they connected with you. They're seeing you and talking with you, or listening at least and talking, or seeing as well. You can of course mute, unmute stuff. And what is it next? Ah, yes, you're exchanging energy and information. Energy is in form of coins, and information in the form of audio or video communication. Yeah, like live video call, for example, like that. A live audio call, like that. Okay. So these two parties are exchanging energy and information, and so, right, back to the ad schedule. You're living your life. You look who wants to interact, and you pick it up because you have like a few minutes here, no problem, and you earn coins for your time. That's the fairest thing. Why? Why can we think of coins as energy? So, if you have coins, you can pay somebody, for example, to do a task for you. Imagine any task. Cut the grass. Any task. And they will get the coins. Right? And then they can wait with those coins 20 years. And 20 years later, they can give those coins to someone else and say, clean the pool or something. And so the energy that was required to clean the grass will have been transported to cleaning the pool. That also required energy. So the energy was stored in between in the form of coins. Coins, especially like pure proof of stake coins that are highly efficient, provide arguably, I think, the most efficient form of storage of energy. Thus, I am saying, okay, so imagine you live your life where you, when you need to interact with anyone, any social interaction, you bid for their time. You bid as important, the more important it is, the more you can bid. And also, by the way, the bidding now at schedule is a lifestyle that you can live out on this app, our app, called Tuai Tuai. And what was I going to say? Tuai Tuai is was I going to say? Okay, I just lost my train of thought. I'm not sure whether I should edit all this out or not. Maybe I should do two versions. Let's see. What was I saying? So yeah, you have an efficient form of storage of energy, and you have, the tuai is then an efficient exchange of energy and information. And information is provided by you, whatever it is. If you're an artist, your information is your art, basically, to talk about it, to set up projects, to find collaborations, etc. Okay, so that's what it is. And so, yeah, it was about at schedule. And so your life, instead of having fixed appointments that are in the future, you're taking the route that whatever is important will be shown by the market right now in terms of social interactions. So you don't make appointments to meet each other at, on Zoom at some point, like in 2 hours from now or in 3 days from now. You put in your bid according to the importance, and the other person, they'll see that, and like they will choose according to the market. That's just what their time is worth. That's their value. That's fair, right? So if you point out a problem in 15 seconds, then you get very little coins, but perhaps depends on your on how high the price is, right? But perhaps you get a few, because it's per second exactness. So 1 second granularity. So it is. But you expend very little. You give away very little information. You expend very little energy yourself to give that information, right? On your end, you're expending energy to give that information. That's the balance of the energy. But so in 10 seconds, you're like, oh, there's a dot missing. You just did that wrong. Ah, cool, thanks. Hey, thanks a lot. Bye. And so you got, like, let's say 66 micro-algos for this. Yeah. Algo is the cryptocurrency of Algorand. It's the blockchain. Which is, in my opinion, technically the best blockchain from a mathematical perspective. Okay. What did I want to say? Yes, the fairness. So you expended little energy on your end, point something out in 10 seconds, you got paid for 10 seconds. Yeah? So you can go down to micro algos per second, right? Micro algos per second. How much do you earn per second? A micro algo's amount. You can have 1 micro algo per second as your price. That's tiny. In a sense, you're saying you don't have to really, I'm friendly enough to give quasi-free advice. I would do it at a conference. I would do it on the street if I met you. Sure. And that's fine. But still, actually, obviously the value is greater than 0. It's not equal to 0. It is something greater than 0. There is value for the interaction. So it is fair to represent that. Now, normally, when people on the street meet and give each other advice, they don't pay each other. It would be considered kind of rude to demand that, because, even giving a cent that's too much in a sense between friends. But imagine you could give a microcent. Imagine you can give a millionth of a cent or something like that. Is their time not worth that? Yes, it is. And so even though it's a completely friendly interaction, that has value. So why do we put a value there? Why should we be bidding amounts greater than 0 for everyone? Because then the 2i system functions as a at schedule function. Basically, you can live your life in the now, which is optimally socially chosen for you in in your market. Right? You have your own market, right? And people are bidding with any coin, by the way, right? Like they can bid um, that is well, that is part of the roadmap. Um, no, it's actually, yeah, it's actually there already, but we have commented it out for reasons of initiating liquidity in the network to focus on one currency. So it's like the most natural currency, algo. Why is algo the natural? It's the most efficient in the sense that it has like 4-second finality and millicent transaction cost and sophisticated smart contract technology that's very provably good, etc. In any case, that's Algorand. Okay. What else? What else? Yes, so that is fair. What everyone should do is go to 2i2i. On their host page, there's a QR code button. They should share that with their social network, or ideally the world. The point of the system is to I'm missing the word, to make it possible, missing the word right now, to make it possible for the entire world to communicate really fairly, you know? That's the fairest. You have to exchange non-zero energies for it to be fair. Otherwise, one side is losing energy, right? And the exchange rate between the energy and info is best measured, we can call it value, and it's best measured in a market. That's what we have, a market. Oh yeah, I was saying, so people can bid in any coin. You have ETH, they're like wrapped ETHs, but they're one-to-one economically with the ETH tied to the Ethereum blockchain. Similarly wrapped Bitcoin and USD coins, algo itself, anything, and even cooler, I think, is with NFTs, for example. Any NFT you can bid for somebody's time. You might have tickets to some premiere, and someone else is like, "Yo, yeah, I'm fill in the blank. Like I'm a really good teacher. I'll give you a quick lesson. Yeah, I'm a celebrity. I'll have a chat with you. I'm some professional mechanic or something. I can have a look quickly and tell you if this is something you just do at home by turning some valve. I'm a mechanic from across the globe. Yeah, we can have a 5-minute conversation, and in exchange, for whatever reason, you have cinema premiere tickets for something across the globe. Okay, maybe there's a coincidence. Whatever. So that part just didn't fit perfectly. But okay. Anyways, people exchange art for their time. They can exchange their time for their time. Everyone on 2i2i will have, and this is part of the roadmap, it doesn't exist yet, will have their own coin as well that they can, and they will own it, not us, or any us. By us I mean the creators of Tuai Tuai. Tuai itself also is, well, slash will be owned by a DAO. Currently, still, I hold the keys, yes. But the idea is that it will be a community governed and owned DAO, and code change happening through the DAO, and the token holders making all the decisions, and sharing in energy created by the system. The system will also gather energy to run itself and to reward token holders, of course. Right, that's tokenomics. Tokenomics, should I talk about here? I have a good idea, I think, for tokenomics. That's a mathematical thought, in the sense that tokenomics is a very complex optimization problem. It's about optimizing how there is adoption and stabilizing price, but also enabling upward potential. Can be all kinds of things, just to get started. To have the init correct, to avoid hyperinflation, things like that. Different models, different starting parameters will lead to different results, and that's people try, this idea, that idea, this idea. What I'm wanting to do is start with an initial parameter that is as wide as possible. It could, for example, limit a certain amount for the team that's like unchangeable, so the team cannot change the rules as majority token holders to give themselves more. However, the rest is left open, and for example just starts with a tiny amount, a truly tiny amount, for participation. And what is the correct value? And so what we then do, though, is an actual optimization. We look at this as an n-dimensional optimization problem, and we try out another parameter and see whether something gets better. Something. TVL, I don't know what. TVL would be good, probably, right? Yeah, TVL. Let's say TVL gets better. Okay, so we do some cool, like Nelder-Mead and dimensional Nelder-Mead optimization. Follow that, get the best result possible. So we start as early as possible. We will soon. We haven't released it yet. Although the token now exists and is also recognized by Algo Explorer. Is that the right word? There's a tick. Okay. So the tokenomics will begin soon, but they will be very and they will be part of a tokenomics optimization with constraints on misuse by the team. Okay, that's that. Okay, and then imagine the world. This world. It's just a different world. Just for a moment, fantasize and imagine different societies, like a movie you're watching. Totally different society. A society where either you're doing something, like, you're hiking, you are doing whatever, you are eating, doing something, You're doing what you want, and sometimes in between, whenever you have time, maybe you're just bored. You look at your market, or look at other people's markets. Who is there interesting to talk to? Who's online right now? Who's also thinking like, yeah, I wouldn't mind talking like 10 minutes to some people and earning a few coins. Why not? I'll just have the app open. Let's see. Notifications will come and tell me if someone is bidding for me. So why not have it open? It's like it costs nothing. It's like it costs nothing. It's free. And also, by the way, so the vision and the idea is that we think that we have made the technology so well that the costs are low, very low, I would say. Yes, very low. And this saving is saved by the entire community, by everybody. Yeah. Including the fee that the system takes for itself, the DAO. Yeah, the DAO earns a fee from people meeting and exchanging coins for information, right? For like video audio call, as I said. Okay. What was I saying? So, right. So there's a lot of saving for the community. Again, and at the end, the token holders benefit most, but everyone benefits. Even if you don't consider your tokens, you're just very cheaply connecting to something completely secure, zero credit risk. No one can ever even take your coins. That's the smart contract. The smart contract currently, I have access to it still to modify it, and that is in case of bugs that need to be fixed. But the vision is eventually it will be owned by the DAO. Right? So no, I will not have access to it anymore. That's the plan. One more important thing, plan again on the point of community. The idea is that the smart contract is open source, and the front end app is not. However, the vision is to make it open source. So it will be open source, and there will be like a defined, hopefully clearly defined point in time when it will become open source. And that will be defined on some metric such that the chance of non-success due to a copying competitor should be minimized. Okay, so it might be something like, I don't know, number of meetings, a million meetings, or a certain number of meetings per time period. Right? It's activity that is required because it's a network, and so if we can get the start activity going, the network starting, then it can become very big. As far as I know, this does not exist. I haven't seen it. And so I've, on purpose, designed it, I hope I'm doing it well, such that it belongs as much as possible to the community, while still making it worth my while. Like, of course, I want my life to be good, thanks to having done something good, right? That makes sense. I think everyone would want that for themselves. So it's only natural. But But I'm taking, for the team, the constraint will be, the constraint will leave so little with the team in relation to what other teams take on average, that, but we're saying it's fine. We'll be more than happy with this smaller piece of a much larger pie, hopefully. All right? And, but everyone else, the vast majority will be the community, the token holders that are benefiting from this, and the community of people who talk to each other, they're benefiting from their trade. Right? Remember from economic theory that trading is not a zero-sum game. Trading improves the lives of both. Right? If you do a trade with someone, if it's a good trade, a fair trade, if it's a fair trade, then both benefit. Yes. So this society, for me, kind of, I know there can be many objections, like how can you run a society without appointments, Can you really not? Like if everybody just used the now, like imagine, like, right, as I was saying, like in a movie, everybody literally always did what's on the now. It means like if someone needs to come to your house to do plumbing, oh no, it's normally opposite, right? You want somebody to come to your house. Well, you go look, you search for plumbers, and you see those that are, maybe plumbing is a bad example because it can't be done over audio or video communication, usually, right? It's dangerous too. So, but a car mechanic was a good idea, good example. The car mechanic, or just maybe even an electrician. Some things can be done safely with electricity, with rubber gloves. Just always wear rubber gloves, right? Okay. Okay. So yeah, if you need an electrician, instead of having an appointment in the future, or something that you just need advice on how to do, but you can do it with guidance, because it's something easy, something small. Well, you just look right now who's online. So if the network is big enough, there's a few people online, right? With the hashtag plumber. Sorry, what do we say? Hashtag whatever. Yeah, mechanic. And you immediately pay them, and they talk with you, talk you through your problem. Yeah. Or you learn something, or let's say you're just bored. There's nothing to fix. There are no problems. You're bored. You want to talk with someone. And let's say someone says they're a good listener. I'm a good listener. I don't mind listening. I can say yes, no, in between, like, just to follow your story, whatever you're saying, right? But I'm just a good listener. Might ask a question, I'm a good listener, and that has value. Where is the market for listeners? Yeah, tell me that. Where is the market for listeners? There's like therapist sites. There are those things, but those are professionals. But I'm talking about just anybody. Anybody can listen. Not everybody can listen. Sorry, that's the whole point. I'm sorry about that. That you could call it offensive. Right? There's value in the ability to listen. So if you're a good listener, you go there and someone wants to talk, and you exchange some appropriate amount of energy in coins. It can be tiny, it can be huge. It's up to you. It can be art. It can be a picture of a thank you. And that's it, as an NFT. It'll cost you millicents to exchange a picture for someone to listen to oneself. imagine I thought, I wish someone would listen to me. I draw a picture and I offer that, and they see that it's for this. And someone's like, yeah, I'll listen to you for this nice NFT. Thanks. Gee, thanks. Okay, so yes, that's a functioning society, I think. I think so. Think about it. Think about it. Let's see how many, what percentage of people can listen to a 36-minute video nowadays. I'll do this as long version then. And by the way, this was not intended to be broadcast at first, but then within it, I started introducing the project more. So I thought, okay, it is a shill video as well then, right? It wasn't intended in the beginning when I started the video. It was just to record my thought actually. But then while I was talking, I thought, I'm already expending this energy. Do I need to expend energy on editing, or should I just send it? I'll just send it, and I can call it the long version, and if there would be demand for a short version, I could edit it, right? And then I thought, okay, but then I have to also explain the project, and then of course it's a shill video, and that's fine, right? I am honestly saying that there is something really good, and we should use it, and we should use it to better the world. Why does it better the world? Because easing information exchange betters the world. Yeah. It always has, right? The internet has brought far more good than bad. And so with any ease of information exchange, this is an information exchange, right? It's an exchange between energy and information. One side gives information, and the other side gets information. One side gives energy, the other side gets energy. And that's it. Anything else? So, alright, so now to put the end mark, so who's going to listen to a 38-minute video? How much percent of the world? I wonder. I'll save my judgment. Keep it secret.